Hey guys, Butler here to talk about your student-led review lessons. So here's your job. You are going to be assigned a unit to focus on to create a 15 to 25 minute lesson to teach your classmates about that unit. So here's kind of the overall requirements. You're going to choose your partner and let me know who your partner is. If you could actually start an email between you, your partner, and me, that would be super helpful, and that'll kind of be our overall email chain if you have any questions as you're planning your lesson. I will also assign you a unit that you will create the lesson in, and you'll prepare by a certain date. So basically you get to pick the partner, but I'm going to pick the unit and the date that you are assigning based off our calendar. You will discuss via email, or if we need to set up a Zoom call, what topics to focus on. So I'm going to use the survey. Again, it's kind of hard to cover an entire unit in 15 to 25 minutes. You're going to do your best as an overview, but then the topics that your classmates voted for on the survey, you will spend most of your time in the video going over. So you need to have some sort of a lesson. So it can be a Zoom meeting, it can be a video, you can add review documents, practice problems, that's fine, but it has to be some sort of lesson that your classmates are watching and going through. And then that video instruction will have all the key information from your assigned unit, especially those topics that your classmates voted for, some sort of practice problems, and then a discussion prompt. And those can be related, that's fine. So then the class page will have your discussion. So again, it'll be something like equilibrium discussion, and that's your post. So you will either send me what you want at the top of the discussion as directions, or you'll be that first post with the directions for your classmates, and you are in charge of the discussion. You don't need to reply to every post, but you're the expert. So if the way you set up the discussion is practice problems and your classmates are replying, you're letting them know if they're correct. If they have their own questions, you're responding to those questions. Obviously, if something comes up and you don't know the answer, that's where our email chain will come in, and I can help you out so you can answer the question for your group. And then either as part of your discussion or part of your video, you need to help your class come up with suggestions for what people can put on their one-pager. The grade, so then that way, again, you're facilitating or you're telling in your video, again, whatever you think is appropriate. It could be part of your discussion prompt. People have to make suggestions, but everyone should walk away knowing the main ideas from the unit. They should have a deeper understanding of the difficult topics. They should have had some practice problems in a discussion prompt or some sort of conversation, and then they should know what are some good things that they can put on their one-pager. The grade, you will be graded on, are you prepared? Did your lesson seem planned out ahead of time? Was it thrown together at the last minute? Did you know the material? So did you cover the content accurately? Did you answer your classmates' questions in the discussion accurately? Same with content. Did you choose the correct information, the main ideas to highlight, especially those things we talked about? And then usefulness for your one-pager suggestions. Did you facilitate a good conversation where your classmates came up with good ideas, or you gave them good ideas? That's kind of where your grade will be based on. So you have access to this document, but all in all, there's kind of two ways you're getting grades. One, if it is your day to teach the lesson and to facilitate the discussion, you are graded for that. If it is not your day, you are graded for your participation in the discussion. And then obviously your goal is to make your one-pager as we go through these next 3.5 weeks. I'm not going to grade your one-pagers, but again, when you're taking an open book test, those one-pagers are going to be super valuable for you. Okay, here's the rough schedule. It is subject to change because I made this without showing Charvella. Sorry, Char. But as of right now, here's kind of what you can expect. You're taking your mock exam actually in 40 minutes. I'm making this right before your mock. Anyways, you're taking your mock exam Monday. This should be today. You're watching this video and watching a mini lesson from Miss Butler. And then there will be another mini lesson on Wednesday. On Friday, the first student lesson is going to be over acid-base reactions and redox reactions. Acid-base and electrochem are not on the AP exam, but these topics fall into lower units according to College Board. So you will work with your teacher, me or Mr. C, to figure out exactly what you need to cover in terms of acid-base and in terms of redox. Then Monday, student-led lesson on equilibrium. This is a day for Butler to kind of tie up some loose ends, some practice. Unit 4 will be solutions in KSP student lesson, and then Friday, time for Butler to tie up the loose ends. Kinetics, Butler day or Char day. then thermo, and then Butler Char Day. So on these days, it could look like many different things. It could be an extra video that fills in things that weren't in the student-led video. It could be practice problems. It could be a webinar from College Board. It could be practice from College Board, uploading photos and just seeing if you like to view the test on your phone or on your laptop. It could be lab-based questions. So lots of practice on these days as related to the student lesson. And then the last week, bonding and intermolecular forces. And then this is kind of hodgepodge, any questions on atomic structure and gas laws. And then our last day before the AP exam. Again, this is subject to change, but it's a rough idea. You will be assigned a day for your lesson. Okay, a couple quick things I want to show you. This is our homepage. If you go to AP exam information, that's where you're going to find everything for the next 3.5 weeks. Few things. If you did not take the topic survey, please take the second one, not the one with this note about how the format was not good. So take that second one I sent out. Here's the formula sheet. And then I'm going to show you what these documents are. But essentially this week, as a student, if you are not creating a lesson, you are going to be working on kind of two things. Well, three things. Participating in the lesson and discussion. You're going to be making your one-pagers. And you are also going to be working on these lab-based questions related to the units that kind of apply for that week. So I'll show you those in a second. I do want to show you, I will post any student mini lesson videos and things. There's already some posted for this week. And then I will also post my YouTube playlist. And then there's the mock information and just random info. Okay, but for the most part, your stuff is going to be with the mini lessons up top here with review week documents. And then I'll show you my YouTube playlist on the next slide. All right, if you go to YouTube, maybe, and you search my name, I have created, and you go to playlist, I have created playlists for every unit. So you can do created playlist. And so basically I have review, which is general. Review kind of stuff that we're doing, maybe student-led videos will be uploaded here. I also have them based off every unit. So for example, if you want to go to equilibrium and look at all the videos that we have on equilibrium, you can do that. Or you can go to the generic review. The other thing is if you go to saved playlists, College Board is putting out 45 to 50-minute videos every single day, and they're labeled not based off the units chart I use, but they're labeled based off the College Board units. So if you click AP Chemistry, the first couple of videos are from Unit 8, 8.1, 8.2, 8.3. Those are not on the AP test, but all of these other videos are, and you can watch other teachers kind of go through the main ideas. I understand that it's different to hear from other teachers, but I've watched a few of these, and they do a really good job. So this might be a good place to start as well if you don't know what to do for your mini lesson. Okay. Again, these are organized by the College Board breakdown of the units, and you are being tested on 1 through 7. So anything with 8 or 9 you do not need to watch, but all of the other ones are optional. And sometimes you'll click on one. For example, AP Exam Review I know is not available yet, I believe. Yeah, this guide says scheduled for April 27th. So not all of these are up yet, but they will be posted on the date that they said they'll be posted, and a lot of them are already available for you to watch. So we said your lesson and participating in other people's lessons, the one-pagers which you are creating to use on the AP test. The other thing is lab-based questions. So this week we are covering Unit 1. I have compiled every FRQ question that I could find that had to do with Unit 1 and had to do with lab. So you're going to try to work through these types of questions as we go. Kinetics, again, I just found one for you guys to work on, so that week will be kind of easy, but your goal is to kind of be always chipping away at these lab-based questions as they relate to the different units that we are studying. Again, your acid-base, electrochem, some part of thermochem are not on there, so I will help you out and point out ones that maybe you can skip, but your goal is to be working through this and checking the answer key on your own time each week. And then the other piece, I showed on Canvas was that lab document summary. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever created in my whole life. It is a one-page summary of every lab we did, what you were supposed to notice, what the calculations were. So you can see, again, every single lab. I only put a few in here for you to look at. They're organized by unit, but you can have access to that. And part of what we do on the days where Char and I are teaching is kind of talk through some of those labs for you. So hopefully that covers what your assignment is. Your goal right now is to find a partner in our class. Send me an email with you and your partner letting me know that you're paired up, and I will assign you a topic and a date. The first lesson is this Friday, if you want to get it over with fast, that might be you. Otherwise, some of you will be waiting until next week or the following 2 weeks. All right.